Guys. So today I figured, no, I figured we would do a show here today because, dude, okay. So listen to this shit. So Tila, you know how our mask mandate kicked in today, right? Kicked in yesterday, right?
Yeah. Yesterday, correct. Thursday.
Yeah, Friday, Thursday. Today, Friday.
Today is Friday. That's why I'm talking with y'all, folks. I have the day off.
Oh, you're off all day.
Yes.
Oh shit, let's go. So I'm walking outside, right, Tilo?
Right.
And I'm not even halfway down. I'm on the other side on a different street, and I get stopped for not having my mask above my nose.
Oh boy, here we go.
What type of bullshit is that?
Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna get kind of icky and whatnot in the next couple of weeks. It really is.
Where I have to go to my doctor now and get a letter and tell them I am exempt from wearing a mask due to a medical condition that impedes with my breathing.
Yep. No, you have to when they're actually enforcing a lot of this bullshit in governor's orders or whatever crap. You have to have the papers with you just so if someone tries to get froggy with you, you can squash them real quick. Like, oh, nope, here's the paper. Like,
Right?
you go ahead. And yeah, I even have, like, even as far as possibly like almost, I wouldn't say a direct line, but a fairly close line to the AG's office from one of my area supervisors for the company that I work for. And so when they created that, found out that we were essential workers, they made a paper and they said like if they have an issue, like there's an actual like a number, like some sort of like I don't know exempt number or whatnot, but it's on the paper, and they'd have to call in the AG's office or take the fire from my area supervisor because like he would be hot if he got the call in the middle of the night. Like, wait a second, you're stopping my essential worker for what?
Right.
Like, you better step off real quick.
Right. You're stopping my essential worker for what reason?
Yeah, exactly. Oh no, very much protective in place. Like I've even made sure that all my staff, since I am a supervisor, try and carry those papers with them at all time, just in case, because I don't want to hear anything about any of my staff getting harassed or
Right. So
like
what are
ending
these
up in
papers?
lockup or some stupid shit.
So what are these papers for?
Free movement. So since because for a while Minnesota was stay at home. So like if you were traveling, they could stop you, and if you didn't have an actual place to go, they could arrest you.
So you guys are doing that again?
Um, they are very nearly close to. Like they've put in the mask mandate, so like there's going to be that, and we'll see how far they go as far as enforcing it, whether or not they'll be stopping people for not having their masks on, because we've had a mask mandate somewhat before, like a lot of other states did. Walls, Governor Walls here in Minnesota, basically suggested with strong words that people should be wearing masks. And essentially, like if you were to get on a public bus or go into a building, they can, kick you out.
Right.
That's what the new order is. So if you're in any indoor public spot, you have to have a mask. And so
Really?
if you were to visit here in Minneapolis and come downtown, you would have to wear a mask in the buildings, and that's where you would have to carry the papers with you and say, nope, uh-uh.
That's stupid.
That's exactly right. That's what I'm saying is a lot of this is going down all over. It's just it's being done subvertly and quietly and in different ways and fashions so people don't really catch on.
Hey TLO, you like my new logo up in the corner?
Hey, that's solid. That's a little downtown district in Minneapolis action. I do believe those are the South Fifth Street towers behind me, and some really pricey condos called the Nick directly above my head. Um,
I don't
yeah,
know
so
how that got in the
that's one
logos.
of the bus stations down in my downtown area,
I don't
or
know
one
how
of the
that.
train stations. I'm sorry.
I don't know how that got turned into a logo.
Well, hey,
That's
like
funny as
I've
shit.
actually seen some of my pictures like on the internet for like random shit. I'm like, wait a second, I fucking took that.
Yeah, but no, and another thing is me and Scarlett and my mom were all talking here a little bit ago.
Right?
And so this whole new mask, not this mask mandate, I would say, is the fact that we now that the states have enacted martial law behind people's backs.
Yes, there are a few states that have done that. I believe,
Colorado
yeah.
is
Well, California, I think are counties at the moment because there's some sheriffs that said they're not going to enforce a lot of the shit that Newsom has put forth. And so, like, they're doing it like a patchwork style.
Colorado has martial law, and that's why we're starting to see a lot of the DHS people in in Department of Homeland Security in other states because they can't go into states without martial law being enacted, right? And
Right.
I'm shutting my camera off for 1 second so I can switch shirts. I'm the Clarity After Dark logo. I always am. God
Well,
Jesus.
it always changes it, I've noticed. Like every time I come on here, I have to when I'm entering the broadcast studio, I have to change my avatar back because it's either clarity or something random. Like there's like a random chick's face in here and I've never seen her on like any of the FRN or nothing, so
It's
I don't know.
Mel. It's
That's
Mel.
Mel?
That's Mel.
Are you sure? Wearing a
That's
dark
Mel.
top?
That's Mel.
Oh, okay. I'm like sitting there, I'm like, why am I seeing this?
Uh, this chair, dude, is making me itch. So I had to go put a different shirt on. But no, so it's like we're starting to see the feds pop out. We're starting to see this pop out, and I'm just sitting here going, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, well, I'm just sitting at home because that's usually what I'm doing.
I figured you'd be out doing something today since you're off.
Well, I was at the smoke shop for a bit, talking shit with one of the young cats down there. We were talking politics, pandemic, and whatnot.
Right?
And yeah, he's a immigrant. Um, his grandfather came over and started some smoke shops, and passed along into the family and whatnot. But yeah, he's kind of over a lot of this shit too. He's just
Right, and I
like,
am.
I understand people want to be healthy and safe, but like, who am I to tell people, what they can and can't do? He's like, I'm just a business owner, man. I'm just trying to make my money. I was like, no, I
Right,
totally get it. I totally get it. And yeah,
right,
there's this whole political, well, they call it politicization, but it actually, a lot of it just comes down to our perspectives and what we find true to one another. So say like how we feel we are viewed in the world and whatnot, and how we assume or think the world should be around us. And so there's a lot of conflicts going on in that arena, and that's transferring over into everything else. So like when people say that, people are politicizing this and that and the pandemic and whether or not you should wear a mask, it's like in a lot of ways, yes, but in a lot of ways, no. It's just people have these personal preferences and these personal opinions. And you've got all these left wing people that are saying that they're all progressive and they're all for like people having rights, but yet they're out there shouting and like cursing and basically trying to enforce like a lot of very, I would say, fascist style sort of representation or thinking. It's like, you know, you have to think my way or you're the devil or you need to be cast out or, you know, you're evil or this and that. You're evil white patriarch or whatever rant they're on at whatever time. But like to sit there and say, oh, wait, you're for like all these freedoms that you want, but yet you want to take away the freedoms of other people. I was like, how does that work? And how do you feel like you have the moral authority to do so?
Right.
And that's playing out with the politics, with the pandemic.
Kilo, what the? I'm not getting any comments.
Well, there it's oscillated between like maybe one or two people in here. So
I'm on my show, dude. After.
I'm not sure if people, the one
Hold
or
on,
two
Kilo.
lurkers
I'm
are
losing internet connection again with my brand new computer.
that. That's not good.
This is some stupid bullshit. Keep talking, TLO.
Well, as I was saying, everyone's, you know, basically doing all this bullshit about, you know, who's at fault and whatnot, as opposed to just going about their business and just doing the best that they can as far as, you know, protecting themselves and others if they so feel the need to. Um, and stop with all this, like, let's try and browbeat people. Let's try and, like, get people fired if like I don't like them or how they acted towards me. And it's like, you know what? It's all well and fine to be upset and mad at shit that people say to you. Like I have people talking shit about me all the time to my face. So like I get it. But there's a point where you have to. You have to build thick skin. You do. Because if you have such a thin skin and everything affects you, like you are just going to be stuck in whatever safe space that you, this little eco bubble, and like you're just going to be playing your part in whatever craziness this world is turning into, whether it's a new world order, whether or not we're close to the apocalypse, whether or not one of these damn comets are going to actually come by and peg us, which one of them will soon enough. I mean, just like Armageddon says, it's not a matter of if, but when. I mean, there's more proof coming out. The scientists just came out and said that, like, what is it? Not even like 6 million years ago, there was a huge asteroid storm that just pummeled the planet and our moon. And that's where a significant amount of like our craters and the moon's craters came from, was like this huge asteroid storm. So, with all that shit flying around in space, and as we've come to learn recently, space is quite infinite, quite infinite. Um, you know, something's bound to hit us. Let's just be real. You take a fucking car down the interstate, what happens? You're bound to hit
Right.
one or two bugs. Like just straight up. It's gonna happen.
Right, guys. Mel's doing some behind the scenes work for me real quick. We see her down here in the bottom. But I'm not trying to ignore y'all. I promise I'm not. I'm just not getting no comments here on the feed for some reason. Like, none of my comments are going anywhere. And it's like, it's
Well,
weird.
you had your first comment come through or whatever. The hey y'all. That one came through. I see that one.
There are two feeds. Mel Comey.
I see a hello.
I see that one. I might have to restart the broadcast. I really don't want to do that.
Right.
I have to call Mel. Oh my God. See, like, I get, like, CP, like, I see. Yeah, Tilo, it's Dole Casting on YouTube. What shit is this?
Yeah, right. What in the shit?
Oh, let me look at a destination. Yeah, Tilo, because it normally never does this. And I'm sitting there going, like, what the fuck?
Right.
See, this is why we have Mel handy on. Okay, Easy Beezy's on here. That's Bonnie.